Most of us are on social media, and along with social media comes ads and commercials. And I try not to fall for too many of these pretty interesting things coming across my feed, but there are 3 home emergency items in particular over the last couple of months that the internet sold me on, and I want to display those in this video. Stick around. I want to say this from the very beginning. None of these items are being reviewed in this video. None of these companies reached out to me and said, will you display our product? I'm not getting a commission or a sale on any of these things. These are things I personally wanted to have for my home. And I thought to myself, I think this is a great opportunity for a video to show people some things that they may not have in their home that I believe would be very useful. The first thing I let the internet sell me that I thought would be useful around the house is a fire blanket. You know, it's a simple device. I never owned one until I saw that ad, but I believe a fire blanket could be very useful. The commercial, you know, showed this thing putting out fires very easily in the kitchen. A lot of people have tried to put out fires in the kitchen and it got worse with some of the things that they were doing. You know, this is a good, quick, clean way to put out a fire on a stove top or just about anywhere. So a fire blanket is a good thing to have around the house. They're inexpensive. You can get 2 of them and just put them in different places. The second thing that the internet sold me on when I saw the ad was the choking device here from Savelix. I had to have it. I watched the commercial. I said, you know, I want that for my home because I've never used the Heimlich maneuver on anyone to try to save someone who is choking. I'm not trained in that particular area, but this looked very easy to use, a very practical device to extract a piece of food from someone's throat and save their life. It looked very simple to use. I hope I never have to use it, but I was sold on it. This one came with 2 different guards, one for a big mouth and one for a little mouth. Just get a nice, hard, airtight press and extract. You can shop whatever brand you want. Again, this is just the brand that I bought. If you want to find these things, just Google search them. If I say, I'll drop a link in the description, people are going to think I'm trying to sell these things. I'm literally making this video to show you items I was sold on. I mean, if I'm trying to sell something, I'll tell you. If I got a company that I'm affiliated with and I believe in their products, you absolutely better believe I'm selling their products if I make a video. But this isn't what's going on right now. The third and final thing that sold me hook, line, and sink was the wound closure kit from Rhino Rescue. This device allows you to close up a nasty cut without having to use stitches. It basically allows you to use these tabs to close the wound and then bandage it up. If anything, it could buy you some time. Inside the pack, it comes with very simple instructions on how to use it. Years back, I took an injury to the hand that was questionable. I looked at it and I was like, do I need stitches for this? Well, it was an injury that I got at night shortly before going to bed. So I just kept a lot of tight pressure on it. I wrapped it up real tight. I went to the doctor the next morning and thankfully I didn't have to have stitches, but they did the little thing where they glued it together and then bandaged it up. I just wanted to go in and make sure. That would have been a situation where I would have used something like this, but I would definitely use this in a situation where it was an even worse cut and, you know, didn't want to go to the emergency room or couldn't get to an emergency room. This is just a good way to close that wound up. If you watch the commercial, it's pretty convincing. I'll try to see if I can find the one I was sold on, and I'll drop that commercial in the description for you. 3 definitive common problems, 3 definitive solutions. I had to have these things. The ability to put out a fire on a stove, the ability to save a family member from choking, the ability to successfully close a wound. Do you have any of these items in your home? Have you ever had to use them? What brands do you prefer and what are your thoughts on these things? I'd love to hear these in the comments. Take care.